Hi everyone, this is Night of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I have a project shared today. You can tell I've been working. My counter is so messy. I have been thinking about creating. You guys know I've been doing the Grinch series, and I hadn't done anything in a while, but I did create two things. And I forgot to grab one of them, so I'm going to grab one really quick. But I will tell you what I used. What I used to create. One of them is a digital file that I created. Let me grab that project really quick. Bear with me. I'm back. I always think I'm ready and then I start recording and I'm not. So one of the things that I used to create was my It's a Family Secret mixer, and this is a really large set. I think I'm missing a piece somewhere. Probably on my desk somewhere. And this is a really large set, and I love anything that's baked themed and that kind of stuff, or cake decorating, all of that, because that's what I used to do. I used to be a cake decorator. It wasn't always fun. A lot of times it was work, but I still enjoy looking at things that are themed. So I did use this for one of my projects, and I used the Grinch ribbon package that I had picked up from Amazon. I did use that, and then I went shopping, you guys, and I picked up a bunch of Grinch themed products that I was able to find in Hobby Lobby and in TJ Maxx. So I wanted to create a mixer gift bag, and that is what I did. Check this beauty out, you guys. Who wouldn't want to receive that? Look at that. It's pretty large, so it doesn't all fit in the frame, but it's really cute. So I created the box with the mixer. The overall shape of the box is the largest piece in the mixer, which is the silhouette of the whole mixer with the bowl. So that's what I used to create the box. And I did find this real pretty paper at, I have a piece up here. I cut two of them, and I forgot to mirror the paper to turn the paper down, so I wasn't able to use it. But I found this real pretty paper, but it's only paper at Michael's, and it was perfect for the Grinch theme. I knew what I wanted to do, so I only bought 2 sheets, and I should have bought an extra one because I still could have used it, but I wasn't able to because I made that mistake. But I backed it with just 65-pound paper. I glued it to that even before I cut my my die cut, because I wanted to make sure that it was a little bit more sturdy, because the paper was really flimsy. And these, I believe these were 59 cents at Hobby Lobby, and they're like 8.5 by 11 sheets. So I did pick that up from Hobby Lobby. And let me see. And the image that I have on the mixer, this one right here, was also a gift bag that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and it had a really large Grinch on it, and I should have looked for something smaller, but this is what I picked up, but I made it work. So the Grinch, he actually had like a collar here, and then it goes out to his back, and he's kind of slouched the way he's walking, but I still love the way it looks. So I didn't add any of the decorative pieces that go here because of I didn't want to cover up the Grinch face, so I didn't add anything. But I did add the frame, the shaker part, just as a frame. And I did the same thing because the bag was thinner. I glued it to a piece of paper before I cut it out. That way it was really, really sturdy. And then I did cut it out of foam, that poster board foam sheets from Dollar Tree to give it that lift or dimension. And then I cut the hat separate. I just fussy cut it, but again, I glued that to a piece of paper to make it sturdy. And I do have a piece of acetate back here so it wouldn't crumble, you know, get all smashed or anything. And then I adhered just a pom-pom right there that has that foil fibers in it. And I love the way it looks. This mixer is the bowl is part of the mixer set. And this snow edge that looks, it's really a snow edge die from Cottage Cuts. But when you cut it out, this is the piece you get left, the negative. And it's got a straight line, so I was able to use it as the icing on the bowl. And this little piece right here came from, somebody gifted me when I was hosting the Not So Secret Santa Swaps. Somebody gifted me some bling, and they had this bow wrapped around the package, and I still had it, so I just added it there. And I love, love, love the way it looks. But here's that paper back here. It is gorgeous. So my intention was that in the back, I was going to create a pocket. And I wanted you to be able to see all that beautiful ornaments. But I messed up because I didn't turn it the right way. But I still had this in one of my paper pads, so I was able to use that. And then the sentiment came from the gift bag that I tore apart to make the front. And I just fussy cut it. I glued it to a piece of green paper and then just fussy cut around it. And it says feeling Grinchy. And I did leave it as a tuck spot. So I can stick a little note or something in here. So it's just a little tuck spot for a tag or a note or whatever. The trim came from that Grinch ribbon box. And this is just a way to do some gift giving where it really doesn't break the bank, but anybody would be happy to receive something like this. So I'm gonna unpack the whole thing, and then I'm going to repack it because I still want to get some candy, and I haven't really been to the store, but I do want to get some Christmas candy to add to it. Also, I need to add weight to this side of the mixer because most of the weight is over on this side, and also because the bag is shaped, its fur sticks out more on this side than on the back. And where I place my handles, it's just not hanging as evenly as I would like it to be. So I have to add a little bit of weight to this side to even out the, you know, the weight. That way the bag will hang right. So I'm going to unpack this because I want to share with you what I put in it. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I found these gorgeous kitchen towels. Look at how super cute that is. Is that cute or what? So I found this one. Everything was, all the Christmas was 50% off. And then I found this one. They had this one too. And I love this one. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. I really love, love, love this one as well. And then they also had the Grinch themed spatula. So I was able to pick that up as well. And it says Feast Mode. And it's got the Grinch on there. Look at how cute that is. So I picked that one up because I already knew what I was going to create. And they also had a Grinch pen. So I picked that up. I'm sorry for the shadow. I know you can see a shadow. But when it starts to get daylight, I always have a shadow in my counter. And then they had these spoons in the same area as they had the Grinch things. And they're not Grinch, but they're the same color, so they all match. And I love using these in my kitchen. I use these when I'm making, it doesn't matter what I'm making. Because my hands are little, I prefer a smaller spoon. But this is perfect for when you're making anything that can get sticky, you know, that you want, like oatmeal, anything like that. So that's why I use these, and I absolutely love them, and I have tons in my kitchen. I always have them, also because they're the smaller size. This one is more of a regular size, but these are small. But when I'm doing baking cakes, because I still bake cakes for my children, but not the decorative ones anymore, just our favorites, and I'm always using the silicone spatulas. And then I went to TJ Maxx, and they had, wouldn't you know it, the hot cocoa in the Grinch theme little boxes, and it was a whole set. So I picked it up, and I was able to add some in here. Let me see what else. So I was able to add some of the hot cocos, and they all have different things on them. There's another one. Here is another one, and they're different flavors as well. So I thought this was a great idea. Also, they had mugs and stuff like that, but I try not to really do mugs because I'm real particular about my coffee cups. I like small ones, so my coffee cup is like small. And I don't like it when my coffee gets cold. I like really hot coffee. So that's why I always find the small cups that way. Not tiny like this, but you know, smaller than a normal cup. And then I also added some peppermint spoons and just some candy canes. I had added candy canes, then I remembered I had peppermint spoons. But they also have the chocolate spoons, you guys. If you want to create something similar to this, the chocolate ones would be great as well. And then at, I think it was Hobby Lobby, they had the shred. Look at this, the Grinch color. I believe I picked this up from Hobby Lobby. And it's got the green and the lime green and the red. And it does have like a, I think it's got a craft color in there. Maybe not. No. I thought it did, but maybe not. But it was perfect as a filler inside the mixer. So I'm going to move all of this aside so you can have a better look at the mixer. But I just love, love, love. Who wouldn't want to receive that nice little gift set? So here is the front. Again, I did add dimension to the mixer. This portion and this portion. I did not make it a shaker because I didn't want to cover up the Grinch face. I wanted to keep it as it was. So I just added the edge just to kind of, you know, for it to pop. And the bowl is also on foam. I did cut it out of foam as well, but then I backed it with more dimensional foam so it would stick higher up than the mixer. And in the sides, it was a little difficult to put together, you guys, and I'm trying to figure out an easier way to do it. There has to be an easier way to do it. And when I figure it out, I'll share it with you guys. But this has a 3-inch gusset. So this strip was 4 inches, and I scored it 1/2 inch on either side. Then I cut those little notches that we cut into the strips when we're trying to make something dimensional. And that's how I made this, you know, just determining how tall I wanted my box to be. And as you can see for the handles, it looks very, very clean. I used the same technique, but this time I put them on the outside because when I do something like this, that I'm adding a strip with the notches, I always like to put it on the outside. I just lay my piece down and the notches tuck under, and it's easier for me to adhere it all the way around. But what happens is it's real nice on the inside and not so much on the outside, so you have to add another layer, which is fine because we want to make them sturdy. In this case, because I did it that way, it didn't leave me room to add my, I mean, I suppose I could have, but I didn't want to have to trim it down a little bit more to fit inside or anything like that. So I designed because I created the original file, I was able to design the piece that I needed for the handles that already had the cut lines where I needed them to be, and of course the shape of the mixer. But then I actually did the mixer, flipped it to the other side, and cut off a portion of it. So this it would score right there, and it would come down about to right there is what I did. And I had the holes already in there. If anybody is interested in this, the piece that I created for the handles, I will email it to you. I did convert it into an SVG, so just let me know. I will put my email in the description box below. So if you ladies have this mixer and you want to cut out the handles with your Brother Scan and Cut, you'll be able to do that. And but I just want you to see how clean it looks on the inside. Because of the way I'm creating my handles now, it gives it a very nice finished look. I don't know if you can see right there, but there is a piece of acetate right there on the hat. That way it doesn't collapse and it wouldn't get smashed. Now, I should have probably done it to the whole hat. I only did a small portion, but that keeps, sometimes when I add something that's sticking up like that and it's not real sturdy, I'll back it with a piece of acetate. That way it doesn't get smashed. But I love, love, love the way this came out. I really, really love it. But I have to put more weight to this side because of the way this sticks out. It gets heavier on this side with all the paper and then the things you put in it. So you have to kind of distribute the weight so it'll even out. So I need to add more weight to this side when I repack it. But anyway, guys, that is the one that I created with that die. And then I did create a file. And I created I've been making my own gift packaging. I created a jelly tote with the Grinch. Look at that. How cute is that? And here is that snow border from Cottage Cuts. And you get the piece left over that looks just like a drip as well. So I don't throw that away. I save it. And that's what I used on the mixer bowl. But I did create this jelly tote with the Grinch there. And my machine didn't do too bad on cutting out these thin lines. It wasn't great, but it was enough to where it still looks really, really good, because sometimes those machines have a hard time cutting these really thin lines. So I was able to do it, but if it were a die, of course it would be so much better. But this is what I created, the jelly tote bag for my granddaughter's gift. And then I added the tissue that matches. And, you know, I didn't really do too much to it because this is probably going to go in the garbage. But I believe that this would make a great gift bag. Or for me, it makes a great gift bag. And I think it's super cute. Although this is a pretty good size, I would recommend that you cut out 2 of these if you were creating something like this. Because of all the holes, it's not very, very sturdy. Even though this paper that I use is not real thin, I really needed to add another one. But because my granddaughters, you know, we're not going to save it or anything, I left it the way it is. But it's really super cute. Anyway, guys, those are the 2 projects that I have to share with y'all today. That one and this one. Look at that. I hope everyone has a great day, and God bless. Bye.